Welcome to the Emily Otto Show, business and lifestyle mentorship for rebel healers, priestesses, witches, and wild women. This podcast will give you the tools and inspiration to help you build and scale your online and in-person healing business so you can help more people and make more money. My goal is for you to thoroughly enjoy your life and business with plenty of time for pleasure and play. I am over the moon delighted that you're here. Let's start today's episode. Hello. I am exhausted to the bone and excited in this juicy, deeply embodied, foundational, life-giving sort of way. Burning Man was a trip and a half, and today's podcast episode is going to be all about the transformations and lessons I learned there and why most old-time burners feel like it was the best burn they've ever had. So, I am in a big tower moment in my business, and a lot of it has to do with creating this one-of-a-kind, one-day embodied leadership in person, massive transformational experience that is Amplify and Activate. It's happening live Saturday, September 30th, and you're invited. You're invited. I want you there because women now more than ever deserve to live a life that you love, that is seamless between what lights you up and turns you on and what brings you money and joy and pleasure. One of the biggest lessons I took from Burning Man this year is that going to the burn and coming home, my life isn't different in the way that it used to be. I get to live my purpose and my passion every single day, and I'm so grateful for that. And I know that that's not everybody's reality because it was not my reality for 15 years of corporate America and drudgery and being in meetings where I literally have to repeat myself and say things like, I just said that, when a man in the room was praised for it, yet I had said it 10 minutes earlier. So I came home from the burn this year and realized how seamless my life gets to be. I am literally creating community and building a farm and have yaks and chickens and selling baby chicks and teaching women how to create freedom and create and scale a beautiful business and live life on their terms within the constraints of late-stage capitalism and the patriarchy and the dominant culture of North America, which is not very friendly towards women or towards passion-filled creators doing what they love and being in direct connection with the divine, with their genius, and with their wild imaginations. And so I got to come home from the burn and breathe into this crazy new transition that is my 5-year-old going to kindergarten for the first time ever and my 2-year-old in daycare. And all of a sudden, built with purpose and intention, I have a multiple 6-figure business that is ready to scale towards the 7-figure mark. I have programs and services and offers that I love, that I can fully get behind, and that are massively supporting hundreds of women. And I built this. And I want you, if you're a woman, if you're wild, if you claim the titles priestess, witch, healer, guide, I want you to make money and help other people. And I want you to feel fully lit up, activated, and empowered every single day of your life. I want you to not have to run off into the wilderness unless it's part of your regular routine. I want you to not come home from a festival experience, from Burning Man, from a regional event, from a pagan festival or a folk music festival, and feel depressed, frustrated, burned out, and ready to just crumple it all up, burn it all down, and start new. I want you to live a life you love every freaking day and feel fully empowered and supported to figure it out of how to craft a life that works for you. a business that works for you. And now more than ever, I think it's so important that we feel our sisterhood and we feel each other. You are not the only woman out there who's creating something the world has never seen before. You're not the only one who's trying to figure out how to create village and community and work with the earth and the planet and create a life and a business that is sustainable, nurturing, and nourishing for yourself and for your family. But it's easy to feel alone when you're so freaking unique. So on Saturday, September 30th, I'm gathering together an incredible group of women on the campus of the University of Michigan in a ballroom so that you can feel empowered. You can stand in your leadership and you can look around you and see all of these other incredible women standing in their leadership alongside you. It's called Amplify and Activate. And I've been dreaming of hosting this event for years. I wanted something that was actually going to leave you feeling deeply nourished, like soul level, bone level, nourished, supported, excited, empowered by the time you were done with this one-day event. I have been to so many leadership conferences, so many women's networking events where it was pitched as a brand new, amazing thing, but you get there and you feel like you don't belong. Has anybody else ever felt that? You show up to something and it's supposed to be the antithesis of the patriarchy and this weird corporate leadership thing. And yet all of the women there are in button-up suit vests with resting bitch face. And none of them are speaking from their heart or sharing their soul. They're sharing what they think the world wants to hear from them. And you do a couple networking things, and you have a few boring PowerPoint presentations, and you get a glimmer or a sparkle of hope. And that's about it. And you return to your normal life and nothing changes. Or you go to this beautiful event, this incredible ecstatic ceremony, this ritual, this deeply empowered thing, and you come home and you feel dropped. There's nothing that integrates you or welcomes you back. You have no idea how to infuse your life with the magic that you accessed in that reality and space and time. You're just dropped and alone on an island yet again. And what I want to do on Saturday, September 30th, is nourish your heart, body, mind, and soul in community with breath work, with ritual, with ceremony, with empowered conversations, with networking, with ecstatic dance, with connection to each other, so that you can go home after this event and infuse your life with empowered magic. I want you to feel like the leader that you are and to come home with real tools you can use in 5 minutes every day and have sisterhood that you can connect to and empower each other in this world, in this uniqueness in our leadership, because competition is over. It's boring, it's been done, and we don't have time for that bullshit anymore. Your work matters, your heart matters, and your unique variety of leadership in this world, your unique flavor, it matters. And the world needs it now more than ever. And I am here to help heal the healers. I'm here to help you make that a reality so that you can help people, pay all your bills, be wildly supported, and enjoy the fuck out of your wild and precious life. Join me on Saturday, September 30th. It's going to be a full day event. All the details are on my website. It's emily-otto.com/amplify and activate. You can grab it on my Instagram bio, in my Facebook group, The Rebel, in the podcast show notes. Grab the link, book your ticket, and get your cute butt here to Ann Arbor, Michigan for Saturday, September 30th. And if you're feeling the fire and the power and the energy and flow and you want to go one step further, I have 2 spots left for the VIP dinner at my farm on Friday, September 29th. We're going to do a farm crafted meal. I'm literally going to handcraft it myself with some of my other community farm members. There will be wine pairings and dinner and an opportunity to pet our yaks and maybe a rooster if you are so inclined. I want to see you there. I want to see you in person. I want you to see the physical reality that we're operating in and not just a frame on a computer or in a social media app. I want to hug you. I want to give you a real hug. And I want to welcome you to this incredible, crazy, beautiful journey that is leadership in magical healing arts, in making bank and making magic in 2023. This is for you. If you can hear this, if you can read this, if you can see me, this is for you and this is your invitation. Book your ticket. It's just $111, and I guarantee this will be the best event you've attended in person all year long. I am creating what I wish I would have had and the beauty that I want to see in the world, and we're doing it together on Saturday, September 30th. There will be surprise speakers, there will be surprise goodies. If you are looking for a personal invitation, simply like any post and I will reach out to you with that invitation. This is for you, and this is for us. In addition to that, I want to tell you about the 5 different levels of transformation that I went through this year at Burning Man. So many. I'm actually going to get up and grab my notebook. The biggest takeaway this year was that my superpowers are resiliency and intimacy. Surviving 15 years in corporate America at businesses from 30 people to 300,000 people, hiring over 1,000 humans, firing over 13 humans. I don't have to fire people very often. And getting to see behind the scenes of companies at that size and scale made me cry at every single job I ever had. Because corporate spits people up and chews them out and spits them out and turns the world upside down, all in the sake of progress and production. But the real magic in being human is the humanity, the connection, the intimacy, the slowness, the sweetness, the uniqueness. But corporate America wasn't built for that. It was built with production in mind, with profit over humanity. And so I'm a big believer in small business, and I'm a big believer in creating your own thing and doing it your way and letting it wildly ripple out throughout your life and change absolutely everything about who you are and how you do you in the world. That, plus having a tiny heart baby. Cedar was born needing multiple open heart surgeries. And in those moments, my husband and I kind of stood back to back, and it was us against heart disease and us against this thing, and trying to slow down within the medical system and navigating it and making empowered choices for our little guy that we still now have to do. Even though he's 5, he will need more open heart surgeries in the future. I don't get to set that down, the grief or the sorrow, but the love wins out every time. That and Ashtanga yoga, and having over a decade of consistent yoga practice and meditation and finding out how to still the fluctuations of my mind again and again, being trained in dozens of healing art and magic modalities, including past life regressions, future life progressions, being a certified psychic intuitive, studying Chinese medicine, 5 elements theory, pulse diagnosis, acupuncture, acudetox, body work, naturopathy, plant spirit medicine, plant medicine, has really opened my eyes as to how beautiful and important this world, this planet, the reality we live in is. And I can say with full heart and full authority that this is the time we are needed to flex our resiliency and our intimacy. Resiliency because we have to find the way through again and again and again. And it's like a Rubik's Cube that we twist and we turn, and if we figure it out. I want you to be like water. It's going to find the way down the mountain, to the river, to the ocean, again and again and again. It finds a way. Your work will find a way. I'm here to help you make it find the way, and let it find the way and unravel and move and be and breathe. That's resiliency, adaptation. And over time, that's evolution. Intimacy, sacred intimacy, is devotional attention to details. And I'm so blessed to say that 2 of my mentors are quoting me with that definition in their books. Devotional attention to details, making a beautiful, delicious, divine practice out of paying the fuck attention to your life And in business, that looks like paying attention to your offers, to your clients. What's working? What's not working? How do you pivot and tweak it? How do you make the service work for the human and make it better and better and better? How do you pay attention to your relationship with your partner, with your kids, with your parents, and you tweak it and you shift it and you make it better for you, for them, for the human collective in consciousness on this planet at this time? Whew, I'm apparently on one. Welcome to season 2 of the Emily Otto Show, where we're going to go deeper and wilder. I'm ready, and I know you are too. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't be listening. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't be here. So, welcome to the party. Here we go. I'm going to go grab my notebook so I can share with you the 5 transformations that I went through this year at Burning Man. Number 1 being realizing that my superpowers are intimacy and resiliency. Number 2, I am committed to building amazing experiences and things here at home. I get to build this business. You're sitting in my office in my dream house. With overlooking this gorgeous backyard with shagbark hickory trees and beautiful native plants and tons of birds. And I have at least a pair of Harris hawks that fly around, and I think 1 great horned owl. I am dedicated to building community, in person, local community. I am co-leader of the Moms in Business International Networking Group here in Ann Arbor and Ypsi, and I am dedicated to building community here. I'm dedicated to the farm at Waymeet and into crafting delicious experiences like our Dungeons and Dragons Tavern in the Woods parties and rituals around Beltane and beautiful, fun experiences with the land like our Cider Fest coming up the week before this event. I'm committed to deepening and slowing down with my family. What Connor and I both realized and were able to do at the burn was slow down and be with each other, to be really present and to experience each other in the way that first made us fall in love, getting to see the world through each other's eyes. And what I know again and again is that if I can slow down and listen and ask questions and get deeply curious, I can create a better experience for my relationship to my husband and to my kids. They're incredible. They're such beautiful little souls. And we have a very strict policy around television or numbing out or tuning into our phones. So one of the big ideas I had at the burn this year was to create a little wooden castle to put our cell phones in so that we park them and we pay deeper attention to each other and to our conversations. We already do that, but there was an opportunity to go even further with it so that whatever and whoever I'm tuning into gets my full undivided attention in that moment. And through that, we can relax our nervous systems, slow down, be with each other, and create a deeper level of intimacy and love through that experience of paying attention. The fourth transformational experience and realization at Burning Man this year was we have amazing friends, community, and family right here and now, and I have opportunities to go deeper still. I can slow down and get even more curious and deepen into friendship here. I have made intentional choices about committing to the friendships and the family in my life and to my clients too. And I have so many beautiful opportunities to take everything deeper still, ask more questions, get more details, pay more attention, and make that a committed daily ritual, routine, and practice in my life. And the last one, my business and lifestyle are amazing and unique as fuck. And don't forget that. I never lose sight of the fact that this is unique. Having a husband who I was able to retire, who is now choosing to stay home and take care of the kids and take care of our household, and being able to fully focus on my business with his support, being able to structure my days according to the school schedule and according to what my clients need and what I need and want in my life is revolutionary. It's unheard of. It sounds crazy and it feels phenomenal. And I want every human being on the planet to have access to that privilege, to that level of work and intention and depth, to be able to feel free and to choose what they invest in and how and why in terms of time and money and energy. I get to see the choice that is hustle and anxiety and stress, or letting people support and letting beautiful things be co-created because of other people's contributions to the creation of the project. Whether that's a temple and an experience built out of bamboo at Loveburn, or a camp that served 450 blintzes a day at Burning Man, or my business, which has incredible support from my business coach and my mastermind sisterhood that I participate in and have paid for, and my virtual assistant that I get to pay every month, and my new social media strategist that I get to pay monthly, and all of the incredible clients who pay me and allow that weave to create something bigger and better than I could have ever dreamed possible. There's so much opportunity for slowing down, paying attention, focusing on the love, the intimacy, the resiliency, the grief of being alive and existing in this planet in this time, and trying to make a life worth living. It's important. You're important. Your ideas are important and they matter, and my work is for you, and this podcast is for you. And I would be over the moon delighted to have you join me live and in person on Saturday, September 30th, here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I hope to see you soon.
That's it for today. Share this episode with other Rebel healers so they too can make more money, help more people, and fall wildly in love with their life. Join my free Facebook group at The Rebel. Leave us a review and subscribe for next week's episode. XOXO.